All right, so hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel again. Today we will talk about same origin policy. What is same origin policy, and what is the impact in our life, or what's the use of same origin policy in our day-to-day life? Before continue, I wanna mention one thing here. Same origin policy is a browser level mechanism. Before starting the actual topic, what is SOP? Here one word come in picture. That is origin. So, what is origin? Origin includes that protocol, domain, and port. Here is one example: http colon slash slash few.com colon 443 slash path. Here, http is a protocol, few.com is a domain, and 443 is a port. They all three includes and combine it become origin. Okay, so what all we learn today is what is origin and why SOP, like world without SOP and with SOP. Here is one definition from the Mozilla Docs for the SOP. The same origin policy is a critical security mechanism that restricts how a document or a script loaded from one origin can interact with a resource from another origin. It helps isolate potentially malicious documents, reducing possible attacks vector. Honestly, if you are having experience in like having some experience and you know what is SOP, then you can understand this and you may understand this. But for the beginner, as my experience when I come up with this definition first time, and that time I don't know what is SOP, I didn't understand anything. So for understanding this, let's jump into to further and to come up with the things what is SOP. So here the full including the path like http colon slash slash foo.com colon 443 slash path, that is full is a URL, and here only the http foo.com and 443, which is a protocol, domain, and port, it combines and says origin. Now, to be in the same origin and know like which URI on which URL and which application the same origin or not, there must be same port, same domain, and same protocol. If the three things like combine and it's same in both the URI, then it's in the same origin. Just take a few seconds here, just pause here for the few seconds, grab some tea and coffee, and try to identify which URI from here is in the same origin and which is a not. Okay, so here that foo.com slash a, here http colon foo.com slash a is the same origin with the http colon slash slash foo.com colon 80 slash a. Of course, yes, because by default, HTTP port is 80. So, of course, this is in the same origin because it's having the same protocol, same domain, and same port. Come up with the next example: https colon slash slash foo.com slash a. No, this is not in the same origin because the protocol is different. That is HTTPS, and as like we are taking the example of HTTP, so here is a HTTPS. So no, it's not in the same origin. Next, http colon slash slash foo.com colon 8080 slash a. Here, it's not in the same origin because the port is different. Here, the port is 8080 and we are looking for the port 80. So, this is not in the same origin. Now, let's see the another example, which is a http colon slash slash sub dot foo.com. So here we included the one subdomain, so having the different domain, this is subdomain is present, so this is not in the same origin. So here we understood things what is origin and how we can identify the both the application or both the URLs in the same origin or not. Now back to the SOP. So before start the like actual SOP, what is SOP? I wanna say that same origin policy instruct browser to not allow access to resources across different origin easily. Okay, so here let's have an example. Suppose we are having one browser which is a browsing example.com. That request is originating from the browser at a client side, and the browser send the request to the server which is a foo.com. Okay, so it's sending the get request to a food.com. What server will do? Server sends a response to the browser. But what the browser will do? Browser block the response because they both are not in the same origin, so they are not satisfying the same origin policy. So the response come from the server, but is blocked by the browser. So this is a whole idea, like a basic idea of what is SOP. Now, to understand that, we need to know like a few things. First, like a browser while making any request to food.com will send cookies of food.com also. Like here we are sending a John cookies in this example, and the cookies identify session directly or indirectly. Here we will talk about how the world without SOP. Here is a one application which is a example.com that is requesting to the server about the John's contact, that whose server, so foo.com. So here it's sending the cookie also, and foo.com like check the cookie, okay, it identify the user, and then the foo.com send the response to the example.com, but browser come first. So here we didn't implemented the SOP. So of course the server can send the response to the browser, and browser allowed to send to see the response to the client. And of course that example.com can see the John's contact details here. Like suppose now imagine if the foo.com is a some any social media website or any banking website, so what will happen then? The client or the client can see the private personal details like a mail ID, or suppose a banking website, then account number, some basic details can see. So of course this is not safe. So without SOP, example.com will be able to access John's Foo social media contacts. Now, world without SOP. So previously in this part, that browser was allowing the response uh, that can be seen by the client. But when we implemented SOP, browser will not allow. Means other website rather than in the same origin of foo.com can't see can't see the response. Means the our some details are protective. So that is that world with SOP that gives some protection to our details. So with SOP, though the response will come, but browser will make sure not to share it example.com. Okay, so in next video we will talk about how to bypass an SOP and what is course. Why we wanna bypass the SOP? Because in our day-to-day life we can see, of course, the application required to connect with another application or and to share the resources. Like suppose we are having the Facebook. Facebook, of course, may be required to connect with the YouTube. So it's of course required to come up with this. We can how we can bypass the SOP and course. So okay, thank you for watching the video. If you are having any question, you can connect with me on Twitter and can comment here. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.